Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abigail B, and if you are new here, I'm an interior designer and I talk about all things for how to optimize your home and bring some elevation to it whilst doing it on a budget. So if that is your ethos, then you are in for a treat. Make sure you subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Today I'm going to be talking about de-influencing some decor items or decor trends or way of doing things. Just stop doing this because these things are devaluing your home. They're also outdated, and also most importantly, is it even necessary? Like, let's really think, are these things necessary to do? And I want you to also, as we're listening, like write in the comment box some things that you think like, oh, is this necessary? Should we be doing this? And let's have a conversation about it. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about that we probably need to stop doing and de-influences is about spotlights. I know you're going to be like, what are you talking about? Spotlights are an essential. I get that. In some places, it really does help to kind of illuminate the room. It gives that kind of very modern feel, but it also gives that very like clinical feel. And it's like sometimes a little bit too much. Like people were saying, oh, they want to go for like a modern style home. And I get that. And automatically they think spotlights. And sometimes spotlights in certain rooms, I feel, are probably just doing too much. Living rooms, kitchens, okay. Living rooms, bedrooms, no. Bathrooms, okay, I get it. So just be considerate in that. I just feel like now we are venturing into new things of doing things, make things a bit more visually interesting. Like you can have many lamps and lights in your room. Like you don't have to just go with one spotted all over the place. Or if you do like a spotlight, you can have one that kind of like fairly distributes. Like I'll show an example here, or wall lights, or have spotlights that where your media wall is as well. Just be very experimental with it, have fun, and let's just stop the normal kind of spotlights those ways. Another de-influence is about not having carpets and not having rugs. Now, there was a thing before where people are just going for that very like minimal free flowing space thing, and I get that. But some places in your home, I just don't think that you should just have it bare. Again, it just devalues it. It just makes it look quite cold. It's not inviting. It's not cozy. Having rugs underneath your sofa, having rugs underneath your bed, even your dining table, that one, question mark perhaps, but just bringing that kind of level of comfort to your feet as you're in the space is everything. And I just think, like, why would you not have a rug? Why not? I would say maybe de-influencing carpets is a thing because I feel carpets are a little bit outdated. And I think the reason for that is people aren't really here for the soft life. And carpets are very hard to look after. Like you have to get a carpet cleaner in, and any little stain, you're there, you're scrubbing away. And areas where there's high traffic will look different to where there's low traffic. It's a lot. Yeah, definitely rugs, and let's stop with the bare minimalism if that's what you're trying to do. Another thing I'll say which should de-influence is having so many cushions. It was a thing before, insert some pictures, like having that kind of look was very cozy, but it was very kind of bohemian, giving that kind of vibe. But now we are moving away from that. And for me personally, like I love cushions. I walk into a shop and I'm just like, yes, I like that. And I'll bring it to my home. And then once I have about three on my sofa, I feel very, very overwhelmed and have one has to go somewhere else. So let's stop with that. It just really looks messy, doesn't look collective. So I'll say keep it to like four maximum if you've got a four-seater. If you have anything smaller than that, just keep it to three. Smaller than that, one or two. And it looks so much more better and clean cut. Same thing with your bed. Like I know I'm the one that used to say it before. I used to have so many, but I used to have the really big one, medium, and small. It's given too much. It's just looking very crowded, very overwhelming. Especially when you're going to bed, you just want to feel very like kind of decongested as you walk into the room, and it doesn't do that. It's a little bit outdated as well, with the chopping. Are we still doing chopping? I haven't chopped my pillow in a while, actually, come to think of it. Maybe that's another de-influence. But yeah, the too much of the cushions, we're stopping that now in 2025. So just keep it minimal, sleek, gives that very nice hotel vibe as well. Another thing we want to de-influence is accent walls. Now I'm going to elaborate on that. So accent walls and focal points are very different. So if you have a focal point of your room, such as like a media wall, or maybe a wall where you have like bookshelves and it's there with some storage underneath, show some examples, those type of room, maybe a fireplace, I get it. Those those are your focal points in your room. So you want to draw attention to that space as you walk in there. So if you do make that a different color to bring some contrast, that is really, really nice. But make sure you balance it and try and connect it with the room as well. So there's other elements of that color, and it just really goes well with the aesthetics and complements it well. But just having it isolated, that just wall, just a random color, and there's nothing else in the room that kind of coordinates with it, it looks really off. It's given 10 years ago as well, especially if there's nothing happening to that wall and you're just doing like molding or just having wallpaper or just something completely random and there's just no use of it. So then you start putting shells on it and the rest of it. Those accent walls are gone, and I think we should just probably stop doing it. Like, just be brave and just do all your four walls the same color. Or if you really want to bring a pop of color or bring some dynamic into it, then that accent wall should have some, probably some ambient lighting or maybe some artwork that's very eye-catching and very inviting, and just something that is really drawing you into it. Perhaps large mirrors, or just do something really different with that wall to get that attention, rather than doing it a completely different color that's really disconnected. And the same thing with your bedrooms as well. Having it behind your headboard that's a completely different color is like Alice in Wonderland. Where are we going with this? And it's outdated. But yeah, let's de-influence it. Let's stop doing it. Another thing that we need to de-influence and just stop doing is the designer coffee table books. And I'm not putting anybody out of business here, and I'm really gonna like elaborate and show you another way how you can do this. I'm talking about the typical books that everybody has, the very trendy ones. Those ones are the ones that I'm saying, let's just stop, because there's so many other books out there, so many fashion and interior design books that you can bring into your space and use it as part of the decor without having anything like loud labels. Like, we're doing luxury, quite luxury with intention, but it's also quite useful to have those books as well, because you can actually read through it and there's a lot of inspirational pictures in there. But let's move away from having something that's purely just for decorative purposes and it's just collecting dust. Like, you remember this one? I'll just show you this clip here. Like, I've actually got one. I don't know where it is in my house, but it's just there collecting dust. And I'm just like, why have I spent so much money on it? Plus, it's just so big. So yeah, do things in proportion. And I would say, yeah, I think like we're stopping that anyway. But if you're not, this is another way of doing it. Just having it in other areas. Maybe you don't have to be on your coffee table, but on your it doesn't have to be on your coffee table just because it's a coffee table. You can put it on your console. You can put it perhaps on your windowsill. You can put it on a shelf. Just there's so many other places, just not all one area. And I just think it looks nice, and it's really nice as well when the coffee tables are slightly bare and not congested. Because to me, it feels like I just want to go there and start moving things or taking things off. Let's see the beauty of the table, and let's stop crowding it with the books on there, because you're not even going to read it. You know. Another thing, and I put my hand for this because I do have one, and at some point I will get rid of it. I will change it, but we don't have to feel pressured as well. Like, I should have made a disclaimer in the beginning. Like, don't feel pressured that you have to change these things. I'm just saying, like, these things are getting outdated, and it's like, we're really questioning, do we really need it? And this is radiator covers. Now, do you really need a radiator cover? Because you're covering it for what reason? You're covering your radiators because you think it doesn't look nice, you think it looks ugly, you think maybe the paint job on it is not very good. Then paint it again. Just paint it a new color. Maybe paint it the same color as the wall so it kind of blends in well. Or just replace it. Like, you can get cheap radiators. You can get ones at probably £20, depending how big you want it. But if you do want it to be part of the room and you want it to go with the aesthetics, then get a designer radiator. Like, get one that is quite traditional or very modern with flats, and just bring some elevation to it. It's part of the room. Like, don't, you know, disclude it and have it somewhere else and say, oh, it's ugly, and try and hide it with a radiator cover. And I feel like also, people, there is this thing about whether it blocks heat or not. I don't know. Some of them, they do block heat, but it just takes up unnecessary space, and then it means that you have to use the top of it to decorate it by force, because sometimes it's just there, and especially when it's underneath a window. Again, it's just doing so much. You've got a windowsill, you've got the radiator cover. Yeah. So sometimes just leave it bare. And I know some of you might be like, this is not what you said like a couple of years ago. And perhaps even some of my clients might be like, oh, I'm telling you this now. In 2025, we are evolving, we're moving on. Just change the radiator or paint it another color. That's all I'm saying. Another thing we want to de-influence is are these types of artwork. Now, I get it if you have a particular design style, like if you're going for like modern glam, then this will really kind of resonate with that style and go really well with it. But I would say try something different. Like I just think it looks really busy, and I'm just trying to understand when you're looking at it what it does to your mind. It just looks too much, and having it on the wall, having multiple ones of them in your room is very very visually busy, and it to me it downgrades a little bit. And I just think there was a purpose for it once upon a time. I'm just like now, like why are we having them? Like maybe one is okay, but let's stop having so many. Another thing I want to influence is like gallery walls. And when I'm going to elaborate, the gallery walls with like similar pictures on them, like the pictures are like continuing with them. I feel they are just too much. It's too much for your eyes. Like you just want to walk in your spaces, I keep saying, and feel relaxed. Like why do you want to walk in and feel busy and disturbed by what's happening? And the gallery wall just does that. Like if you have a very large wall and you want to have it, perhaps have like some family photos. Fair enough. Maybe have six, nine, and have them like systematically kind of mounted as well. And even with like if you're having what that artwork in it, maybe bring some variety to it, make it look different, make it look like you are actually in a gallery and not the kind of typical fast produced ones that they have and they're giving the visions out there. I feel like maybe perhaps it's outdated and that's why we're like, okay, do we really need to have that? It doesn't mean if your wall is bare, you need to fill it up with so many photographs and artwork. Maybe just one or two. Just leave it as it is. Like it's fine. And I'm gonna do a video actually about how to decorate your walls effectively and intentionally and just really bring an elevation to it without doing the most. So yeah, let's maybe we should just stop doing it and try something new.